What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and today we are looking at DSPolitics. We're looking at his whales leaving. We're looking at his house of cards crumbling as attendance goes down, as support goes down. And it's very funny that it happens right after he does political show. But first we have Amos, who shows DSP and Bert from Sesame Street and shows how he's turning right into him, even the yellow skin. Then as of late, tips have gone up, kick subs have gone down, and would you look at that, $1,375 spent in WWE Champions on the Down from the Rafters account. Man, whoever that is coordinates with Phil's money very well. Then you can see the Kino Casino DSP collab is coming to an end, the experiment's over, and they're going back to make fun of DSP again. And we have this from That Being Said. Nice Raz. Definitely not making fun of Philip's gaming skills. And Kino Casino will compare DSP's gaming skills to Nick Rakita's law skills.
Is he even part of LawTube anymore, like legally?
No, not really.
No,
well, he doesn't
he's
talk
not.
about the law. I mean, he talks about his own criminal endeavors. But it's not really like legal advice so much as this is how you don't do law. He's kind of become like the dark side Phil of law, where it's like, this is how you don't law. We got lipstick.
Then we get to DSPolitics, the very first episode, the pilot episode, if you will. And he got to 620 viewers, even though I think he was view botted. Because around this time, many of his streams have been view botted, with 93,000 people watching him on certain streams. And remember, he was only broadcasting on Kick, but he got 620 viewers, and the exact same thing in his chat, nobody really talking. It was pretty much a failure. He only reached the goal because Darkside Pimp came in and gifted 52 subs. That is right, 52 subs on Kick. And he was probably not happy with his boyfriends, because they said they're not going to stream, but guess what, guys? They streamed at the same time as DSPolitics. And one of the topics he brought up is why the Democrats lost the election. And what he did was he went to Kamala Harris's YouTube page, looked at her political ads, and basically said nothing. Talked in circles, and still said nothing.
Directly tied into this, Donald Trump did not take away your freedom. Donald Trump didn't do that. That was the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, you can argue that Donald Trump during his presidency got some people into the U.S. Supreme Court, and now that they're sitting in those seats, they voted a certain way to overturn Roe v. Wade. But no, Donald Trump did not get rid of Roe v. Wade. Donald Trump did not get rid of the ability of women to have abortions in the United States. He did not ban abortions in the United States. This is all misinformation. Literally, it's complete. Like,
first of all, I'm the one that got rid of Roe v. Wade.
Do you believe in...
okay. I actually find that clip funny, and here's why. Because that's Donald Trump being an idiot, literally talking out of his ass. No, he didn't. Donald Trump, you did not get rid of Roe v. Wade. The U.S. Supreme Court did. You did not do that. But you know how he is. He is blusterous. He's a big talker, and he wants to take credit for every possible thing. So for him, oh, I got rid of Roe v. Wade. No, you didn't. Yes, maybe you wanted to get rid of it. Maybe you wanted it to go back to the states and not a federal mandate anymore that abortions are legal. But you didn't do that. The Supreme Court did. So, but the thing is, and this is what I think, sadly, Donald Trump doesn't realize, is the things he says that are blusterous and big exaggerations, they're used as ammo against him. He doesn't he just talks. I think a lot of people like him because of that, but they get used against him as ammo, and then he looks stupid later. Because no, you didn't do that. And now they're going to call you out on that in a video and say you did when you actually didn't, and it makes you look like a heinous villain when you didn't actually do it. Anyway, let's continue. So anyway,
And that's as deep as he got with that topic. He could have talked about campaign trail, how she refused to do interviews, the whole Trump assassination attempt. He could have talked about Donald Trump with his McDonald's publicity stunt. He could have talked about Harris spending all the money on celebrities, and still in debt, by the way. There's so many different things he could have talked about. But he just took everyone else's points at surface level and gave no other details. Then someone leaves this comment on his video on DSP Reacts of him talking about Harris. So instead of going through the debates, their speeches, or any of the news before this, we are watching clips of her YouTube channel, which are short ads mostly. Maybe next time actually do some real research. And then, of course, DSP has to respond. An entire channel dedicated to her campaign is real research, bub. Then we have Dave, Triple H. No real research would go through the debates, go through her speeches, find out what she said that worked and didn't work. Find out during those debates that 67 million people watched that decided how people were going to vote. Or the VP debate that had 43 million people watch that made up people's mind about voting. That's where you should be going to understand why people voted a certain way. Not a YouTube channel of hers that maybe under 10% actually looked at, compared to the 67 million that watched the debate live. Then this was probably the worst part of DSPolitics. He talked about the text messages that people were receiving, about being slaves again, going to plantations, being picked up. Basically, it was just some people mass sending out text messages, but they had a certain demographic in mind, because obviously, who's gonna pick the cotton? Who's gonna go to the plantations? Who's gonna be the slaves? With the political climate, some people are more bold about stuff right now. And then DSP goes on to say, it's not about race. White people got this too. And that the media is getting trolled, they should not report on this. And then goes in an insane rant about his trolls and how the FBI should be looking at his trolls instead of these text messages. If you're looking for a political meltdown with delusions of grandeur, this is it for you.
Says a few things that I feel like we need to address before we can even continue. The first thing it says is that this text message is going out to people of color, okay? Did the news story actually present any evidence of that whatsoever besides the one woman who was interviewed and the one person who I believe was a pastor or, you know, some religious leader who said that certain people that he knows have gotten it? Okay, where is the evidence that this is only going out to people of color? If you read the message, okay, it says nothing whatsoever about race. Now, obviously, the reference of cotton picking, which is a racist reference because it was here in the United States of America where many African slaves were basically forced to pick cotton in plantations and fields, correct? This is factually true. So obviously that's what the reference is, but nowhere there does it say that this is towards a certain group of people. Now, if they had come onto this report and said, hey, we have all this data, we've been gathering data all week, and we found out that 5,000 people of color got this message and only 200 white people got it, then you'd be like, all right, you know what? That's pretty bad. That means that's a targeted harassment campaign, okay? That means that there's a big problem here. Who is doing this? And you know what my question would be? How are people finding out people's races and sending text messages to people of color specifically? Like, I'm sorry, sometimes a name could be a giveaway of your ethnicity, but not always. How are you going to know that who you're texting, right, is a person of color? Is it an actual targeted stalking campaign? If so, that's actually very disturbing. That someone has access to that kind of data and they could sit there sending targeted messages towards people of certain ethnicities. To me, sounds more like someone who has too much time on their hands, went to one of these third-party sites, sat there and just literally mass texted a ton of people this message, and it just so happens that some of the people that it went to were people of color, and it hit home. Because, hey, if you're a person of color and you're being told that you're going to be a slave, yeah, that's pretty offensive, okay? But this news story doesn't have that data anywhere in the story. It never mentioned numbers. It never mentioned, here's what our research found. Just, oh, it's going to people of color. Here's one person who got it, who's this guy who's, I guess, a pastor, and oh, he says some people in his congregation got it. But who else got it? Right? That's the data I want to know. Now, the other fucking, I said fucking because I got upset. The other thing about this story, gotta be professional, this is a politics show, I can't be saying the F word. The other thing, all right, is this message itself is admitted in this news story. It's outright admitted there's nothing illegal about this message. Now, you could say this message is very offensive. It's insincere. It's inconsiderate. It's actually targeting a group. It's trying to be insulting. Absolutely, all of that stuff that is true. But it's not illegal. So why is the FBI investigating this? The Federal Bureau of Investigation is investigating a mean text message. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know who I am. Allow me to explain. My name is Darkside Phil. I've been a content creator for 16 years. I have arguably received more harassment of this nature and far worse in the 16 years that I've been a content creator than probably almost every person on earth. There's probably maybe another 50 people who got it worse than me because they're like, you know, horrible, awful murderers and crime committers and shit. But I've had it pretty fucking bad. All right? If the FBI investigated every time that I got a mean tweet, a mean text, an email, a post, shit, there's people who have entire businesses based around talking shit and insulting me and my family members. The FBI would need an entire fucking wing, a building full of agents personally investigating all the mean shit that's been sent to me or said to me or my family members, because that's how much there's been. Is there a single FBI agent who's ever investigated an insult towards me? No. So why is the FBI investigating this particular text message? What is the trigger here? It's not against the law. We don't even have any evidence that this has been sent specifically to people of color. Or at least the evidence hasn't been presented to us. I would like...
Then DSP went on to attack Taylor Swift fans, that is right, saying they're brain dead and they're too busy to vote. This is DSP trying to do a wrestling promo on his political show.
You're telling me that the Swifties couldn't win the election? Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? I have a big news flash for you. Swifties don't fucking vote. They sit there brainwashed listening to Taylor Swift all day. They probably don't even know how to vote. All right? It didn't affect anything that Taylor Swift said to vote for Kamala Harris. All those cat women sitting around their homes with 14, 15 cats, guess what? Their cats can't vote. So it didn't matter that they were behind Harris because there were only one vote. The common fucking person voted and won this election.
Then we have this from GoatGoat talking about his third and final topic on DSPolitics. Man baby complains about the suggested way to find out what a food bank needs. This is the same baby who complained just yesterday to send more than $1 tip to him, or in the past send him money a certain way to fulfill his needs.
Really relevant foods. Why is that important to the Heart Association?
Culturally diverse, culturally relevant foods. I'll be honest, until I saw this story, I didn't even know that that term existed. Like, I understand that different cultures eat different cuisines, but let's see what they have to say about this. Now, keep in mind, the whole idea is that around Thanksgiving, Americans go to the store, you're already shopping for your own family, and you grab a bag and you fill it with food so that someone else can have a Thanksgiving meal. That's the whole idea of these donation drives. They even spin them. They say it's the Thanksgiving drive and things like that. So what are they going to say about culturally diverse foods?
Yeah, and so when we think about holiday staples, not everybody needs and wants mashed potatoes and turkey. Although we know a lot of families prepare and share meals together, that's part of their holiday tradition. So in order to speak to all communities, we really want you to think about reaching out to the food bank. They are listening to the suggestions and the needs in their community and are able to guide you on what to donate. So check out their social media feed or their website.
The swill you bought for them, they want healthy food. They want culturally diverse food, the stuff that they're used to eating where they come from. Wait, what? I thought we live in America. I thought everyone's gonna eat Thanksgiving dinner. No? I guess not. So what they're saying in this story is even though you're participating in the Thanksgiving food drive, you're actually not. What you're doing is you're just giving food to the food bank. And they can tell you whatever they want, and you better give them what they want, because if you don't, you are basically being incredibly insensitive. How dare you even think of donating food if it's not going to be appropriate to what the people in these communities who aren't going to eat Thanksgiving dinner want for food? What? Huh? This just blows my mind. So it's not even go to the store and donate, and that's the ask. Now it's go to the store. Don't go to the store yet. Go on the internet, get the phone number of your local food bank, call the food bank, say, what food do you need? Well, we need garbanzo beans, and we need this special kind of rice powder, and we need this seasoning. We need Chinese five seasoning, and we need this seasoning, and we need that, and we need that. Okay, so then you gotta go to the store with a giant special list of ingredients and buy those things to donate. You can't just go to the store and grab a bag and fill it and say, here's food to feed hungry people. That's not acceptable anymore. That's complete. In fact, that's insulting. How dare you try to donate something that's not specifically what these groups are asking for.
And that was DSPolitics, where 2 out of 3 issues was not even political. So his whole idea was to take clips of that kick stream and put them on DSP Reacts. Now let's take a look, see how well those clips have done. So we have 254 and 236 in 6 and 4 hours. What a great decision, Phil. What a great decision. But then he has a tease for the next DSPolitics. It's only Monday. I've got some great things in store for DSPolitics this Thursday. No outright spoilers, but expect me to cover Seattle, where I live, in detail. Plus, Trump deranged syndrome and more. Then we had Ethan Ralph chime in on DSPolitics. What the fuck would DSP's dumbass know about politics? Me on 83 milligrams of Xan and half a handle of Mezcal, which still have better analysis. And then DSP responded, this is like an ant screaming at a lion. Suffer more, Ralphie. Then immediately he found himself with dwindling numbers, dwindling attendance, whales leaving. There's some streams after the political show where he has 139 people, 159 people, and so on. And we're back to pre-Kino Casino, where he'll get a little bit of money in the pre-stream, then almost nothing during the day stream, and then a Hail Mary whale at the end. But DSP's ego will not let him accept reality. You know, Dragon, is DSP trying to claim he's the only LOLCOW around? If DSP wasn't around, his detractors would go after Wings, Boogie, RTU, Chris Chan, LTG, or some other LOLCOW instead. Now in this, he's going to talk about how if he's not around, the detractors have no life. They have nothing to do. This man thinks he's the center of the universe. And it's going to be hilarious when it all comes crashing down to earth.
That's hilarious. Dante's Inferno says, it's funny, detractors say only one person supports you. In reality, it's the opposite. Phil, you're supporting them. Because without you, one man, none of them would ever have content. You're right. I'm literally the one-man supporter of an entire giant business model and group of people. Do you get it? They all make money on me. It's not me making money on one person. It's them making money off of the one person. They're the ones dependent on me. But they don't get that, nor do they understand the irony of that, because again, these are not intelligent people, they're crazies.
And now that he thinks he has this unlimited support, that he's gonna beat the vest streak, he's admitting to everything. Well, almost everything. He doesn't care, he's putting it all out there, because he says, no matter what, people will support me. Whether I admit to stuff, whether I do stuff, it doesn't matter. People will support me no matter what. And now DSP goes on to say, I don't even do hints anymore. I don't even care.
Any last minute stuff, guys? And by the way, I'm just saying, if someone wanted to drop a $104 contribution right now before the show ended, so that we could hit the goal and continue the streak and play Veilguard and not have to worry about the streak ending, which is undoubtedly all anyone's going to talk about when I'm playing the game because, you know, I think it's ending today. That would be nice. So who's going to drop that hundo? You know what's funny is I don't even do hints anymore. I don't even care. I just fucking say it right out. Hey, who's going to drop that $104 right now? Right? A nice big juicy tip. Or maybe a good, you know, 20 subs over on Kick. 20, it would be 21 for the record. 21 subs on Kick, right? Just boom. Just do it. Fill the King's coffers. Hit the King's taxes. Make it rain here on DSP Gaming today, right? Did we buy the turkey?
Now, one thing he has not admitted to, but will eventually in the future, is he's claiming that despite the detractors say this, he's never done a whale call during a break or gone to the bathroom. He's never done it. They're just stupid mouth-drooling morons.
I know. That was funny. Do you remember? So, before this stream, right? But what used to happen was, you know, I would have the goals on stream. And some days we wouldn't have it. I'd be like, okay, I'm going on break to use the bathroom. My detractors would be like, he's sending out the whale call. He's sending out emails. He's sending out DMs and tweets. He's trying to get as many people on the stream to send him donations now. So watch, someone's going to come on stream and drop him a big donation and stuff. And then it never would happen. But they would always say that shit. Yes, like I have a hot list. I have a hot list of fucking I press the button and it sends out the fill signal. And then fucking all the whales start running in. With money bags. They run to the street to save it. What the fuck is wrong with people, man? They're funny. 2 big money bags with dollars flying out of the top. I'm coming, Phil. I'm coming. Do I ever play?
Yeah, Phil, you definitely don't have a list. Almost, you know, like a Discord or a collection of emails. Because remember, too, when you tip Phil, he gets your email. He sees it. He recognizes people. If you're new to the DSP verse, there was a saga where there's the Snorlax King who woke up and saw Phil for who he was. Then started doing chargebacks on him. And Phil directly contacted him by email to ask him what the hell he's doing. But of course, Phil will never, ever, ever, ever admit to it, even though there's videos about it. Then someone in his chat said, "Oh, I see, Lisa Lu, Emil, and Iron Chef Sakai are all the same people." Then DSP responded with, "You couldn't be further from the truth. He has talked to a couple of them, and they are completely different people, and they have different emails." Imagine that, thinking people are different because they have different emails. It's not like they could create a disposable email and pretend to be a different person. Just saying. Then his chat was getting out of control. We have Mike here. Not sure how you could say anything about Stellar Blade's Game of the Year contender status if you never played it, lol. You skipped Rebirth. I rewatched your streams. You hit your goal in every one except 2, which would be the last 2, and then he wage quit it. Bloomkit, another simp. To be fair, you dropped most of the best games of the year. Not trying to be negative, just being honest. Then DSP, claiming to be the big brain with a business degree, went on to talk about Phil Spencer and how he, Phil Burnell, would be a better fit to run Microsoft than Phil Spencer, and how he knows how to run a business. We have DSP Gelkout. DSP says he's better at marketing in the 2 classes he took in college than the head of Xbox marketing. He wants Phil Spencer to call him. Reminder, DSP filed for bankruptcy, so where was this great marketing for his channel?
I've had 2 classes about marketing in college, and I think I learned more about marketing in the 2 classes I took than this guy did, and he's the head of marketing at Microsoft. Hey, Mr. Spencer, can you give me a call? Within 10 minutes, I will come up with a better ad campaign than this entire multi-million-dollar thing you're working on right now. I will give you a better ad campaign, I swear to God. I will at least sell 1 gamer console with my campaign. I swear, I can do better than this clown. This is ridiculous. Why are you failing? Because you have horrible people working for you who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Holy fucking shit.
Then we have a Phil's Day Off story, how the electrician installed his new fan, but then claims it's defective. And now he has to wait till his next day off to exchange the fan for a new one.
Right? Harley, he had a voltmeter. He had a voltmeter, he tested it and said there was nothing wrong, but he couldn't figure out why the motor wasn't working, so please stop. I love it. These fucking, every time I tell a story, these armchair quarterback fucking idiots on the internet. Well, if he was a good electrician, he would have had his voltmeter, and he would have been testing all the wires, and he would have been... He did, stupid. Can you shut up and just listen to the story? And stop acting like you know better than everyone else? These people on the internet, I swear to God, are fucking stupid. He said, yeah, Harley, just fuck off, okay? Get the fuck out of my chat, you fucking idiot. Okay. All right, so, my apologies for venting a little bit. No, I didn't. Someone just says, if he was there, here we go, another armchair. You know what? Fuck this person, too. Another armchair quarterback idiot. If he was there for 4 hours, you had time to go to the store and exchange the fan. The store's a half an hour away. The guy's in my house doing work. I'm not going to leave the house for a half an hour one way, exchange the fan, drive back. So I'm going to be gone for like an hour or more while this guy's in my fucking house? Get the fuck out of my chat and get banned, you stupid bitch. These fucking people, I swear to God. Who's next? Who's next to be an asshole in my chat and get your ass kicked out? What a fucking moron.
And then another thing that DSP admitted to. So remember earlier when he said, I don't do whale calls on my break or blah blah blah. DSP just admitted when support was slow, he would beg on Twitter. He actually said the word beg. And now, since DSP is doing his goal weekly, and he does a DSP tries it every week, he has decided to come up with a new intro. And we're gonna take a look at this, and trust me, it's worse than you can even imagine.
You haven't done it in ages. What happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. DSP tries it. So yeah, when DSP tries it returns, so does the intro, only upgraded for the modern day.
Now DSP has reckoned his own resurgence, his renaissance if you will. And he says his resurgence is not gaming related. It's because people like his opinions of stuff now and want to hear what he has to say. Then he went on to talk about Game of the Year candidates. And there's the usual DSP, I hate journalists, blah blah blah. It's not real, it doesn't count, blah blah blah. We have Otter here. DSP thinks 500 content creators should nominate Game of the Year submissions. He thinks he should be one of them. I think they prefer creators that actually enjoy playing games have something to say. Have more than a few hundred viewers if that was the case. He also then said that Game of the Year submissions and nominations should be based on sales numbers. How well do they sell? Then his chat was not having it. DSP went on to complain about his life and he works so hard and blah blah blah. We have Binkus. How out of touch do you have to be to complain about your extremely easy job to people who actually work to support? We aren't your therapist, nor do we come on here to complain about our jobs to you. Then we know what happened there. Ban, 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 ban. Gone. Forever. And then we see his cup here. If you notice something, clear liquid, no carbonation. Shinko noticed this. Then we have a new DSP-ism. What normal people say, color me surprised. What DSP says, color me wrong. And for a man who lies all the time, it's hard to keep up with your lies, especially if it's a year old. We have Gout Gout. DSP can't even remember his story when his card and bags were stolen correctly. Tonight versus last year.
An $80 tip from Iron Chef Sakai, who says, now that the smoke cleared, it's been a year, do you think your shopping cart was stolen when you went for the cranberry sauce? No, I wasn't looking for cranberry sauce. I was looking for, I want to say it was some kind of a dip. Like, we had a recipe where we needed some kind of a dip, and I had to go get it, and I knew exactly where it was, but I didn't want to have to push the cart across the store because the cart was near the checkout line, and it was a pretty packed store, and I was like, well, I'll just go and grab it, and I'll come right back. Like, I just left it there for like, I'm not even kidding, it wasn't more than 2 minutes that the cart was gone. And then I come back and the cart's completely gone. They pushed it right out the door again. Wow, that's absolutely ridiculous. I think I'm wrong. I think I was in the dip section, and I realized there was one other thing that I needed. So I ran across the store, grabbed it, came back, and then the cart was gone, if I remember correctly. Anyway, thank you so much, Iron Chef Sakai. Right? So anyway, I am in this area where they have like refrigerated soups, dips, hummus, stuff like that. And basically the only thing left, like I said, if I went a little bit to my right, there was the aisle with some dairy like cheese, and then there was bread. So that's all I had to do to finish shopping. But it hit me, I was like, oh man, I gotta get this cranberry sauce because I'm gonna grab it now. I'm gonna forget about it, right? Let me just go grab it. It's gotta be on an end cap, right? So I'm not stupid, all right? I grab my phone to make sure I don't leave it in the cart because, man, I'd be a fucking moron if I left my expensive phone in the cart, right? So I grabbed my phone, I put it in my pocket, and I said, all right, so I'm going to be walking away to grab cranberry sauce, come right back, then push the cart to the end aisles and finish my shopping trip. Now, you might say, well, why did he not take the cart with him? Because, like I said, the carts in these fucking grocery stores are junk. They barely work. My cart's full. So why am I going to push my cart across the entire store to look for cranberry sauce just to push it back to where I was to shop again? I'll just leave it here for a minute, right? Now, why on earth would anyone think that something would happen, right? So I literally walk away from the cart to find this cranberry sauce. I timed it, actually. It was 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I found the cranberry sauce on an end cap. There it is. I grabbed it. All right, we got the cranberry sauce, right? I turn around, I come back. I was not gone for longer than 120 seconds. I come back, and there's no card.
Then we have this joke, as Phil calls it, about taking his clothes off during gameplay.
Go full woke on my Veilguard playthrough. Make it funny and unique. All right. I'll just have everyone smash everyone in the game. It'll just be a big smash fest. And I'll start taking my clothes off while we play as well. And we'll just have a big orgy here on stream. Sounds like a good plan. Sounds like the kind of family-friendly content that YouTube likes, right? For sure.
Obviously, it was a joke. He's being sarcastic. But I'm willing to bet if John Rambo was there with him, he would have got butt-ass naked and did some weird, freaky stuff. Then DSP confirmed he deleted his Twitch. Because in part, people could see who he was linked up to, affiliated with. And I'll give you a hint. His name starts with D. And you better say his name correctly. DSP then goes on to say that people contacted him after and asked, "Why did you unfollow me?" Then we have a quote from DSP here. "You can't break your boner." Then we have another quote from DSP where a chat member was named Satan. And DSP says, "Thank you, Satan. I appreciate that." Then we had a moment where all hell broke loose because someone in his kick chat was calling him out for WWE champions and lying to people throughout the years. And how DSP lives in an echo chamber. And how he bans people if they don't kiss his ass or give him money. And that all came to a boil. DSP stopped the stream to address this person.
Over on Kick says, his name is Oryx00. He goes, "You don't want to live in an echo chamber. Why are you banning anyone who criticizes you?" I don't. Doesn't constantly kiss your ass. I don't ban anyone who doesn't constantly kiss my ass. Doesn't believe your lies. I don't ban someone who doesn't believe me. Tells the truth about me. I don't ban people who tell the truth about me. The thing is, you are incredibly biased and skewed. You believe all the negative things with no evidence. And then, since you believe it, if I don't believe it, because it's not true, you say, I'm a liar. Like, literally, you made a paragraph, and not one accusation in the paragraph was true, yet you have no evidence of any of it either. Why do I have to sit on my stream constantly defending myself when all you're saying is bullshit? I don't. I just ignore you, which is all it is. I ignore it. And then people, oh, see, it must be true. No, I just don't have time to waste on you. I'm busy. I have a life. I have things I'm doing. I'm doing a stream. I don't have time to sit here and bullshit with you about your nonsense. No one even wants to hear my response. On my stream, no one wants to hear my response to you, your nonsense. Here, you banned everyone who exposed WWE Champions and lied about it for years. WWE Champions is a mobile game that I played that's none of anyone's fucking business, period. I never had to mention it at all. I never had to discuss it. It has nothing to do with my streams or content. People were trying to meddle in my personal affairs, and therefore, I can do whatever I want with them. I can bend them over and fucking spank them if I want. But now people accept that, but it had to take people with rational thought to expose it for what it was, and now all of a sudden no one cares anymore. You see? So what's better? Me sitting here wasting time talking about a mobile game no one cares about endlessly, or just being like, fuck you, I'm not talking about it, it's not real, go away. Which is what I did. The funniest part about it is, literally everyone here today, we're just chilling, we're having a good time. Why are you bringing that up? What does that have to do with anything going on my stream right now? You're the one who's having a bad time derailing the stream and being all upset. Everyone else here is having a good time relaxing. Oryx, this has already been discussed. This has literally already been discussed. He goes, you asked for money for taxes, cat food, and groceries, but you spent it on gambling. Wrong. Every dollar I raised for taxes, cat food, and groceries was spent on taxes, cat food, and groceries, but I also spent money on a mobile game. Did I ever say, I couldn't pay my taxes, I'm starving because I can't afford food, and I didn't buy food for Jasper and he's starving too? No, everyone got fed. And then I also spent money on a mobile game because it's my money. You have no point. Like, you literally have no point. It's not an echo chamber, it's that people here aren't stupid assholes like you. They don't care about this. Nobody cares but you. You're the only one who's butthurt right now. That's not an echo chamber. It's called normal people versus the one unhinged idiot. It's not rocket science, but again, the dumb person can't figure it out.
I'm afraid of what you are.
I never admitted to spending tax money on WWE champions. You have no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like you watch detractors, you dunce. I literally never once said that at all. I never spent any tax money on WWE champions, you idiot. Oh my god. Anyway. I keep my chat in echo chamber, stop lying. No. No. People who like me come and hang out with me. Don't you get it? Dumbasses don't go and watch a stream of someone they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be a dumbass to do that. Normal people go and watch content they're enjoying. So what are you talking about? Right? That's not an echo chamber. That's like saying, oh, I went to the Taylor Swift concert and man, it was such an echo chamber of people who like Taylor Swift. No shit. No shit. People go to things they like. Like, what are you talking about? You haven't made a single point yet. You're right. He's probably clip farming. Yeah, you're right. There he goes again. So, all right. So let's take the clip farmer and let's have them go farm somewhere else. There. So now were they banned? Sure. After I literally very, very calmly responded to every point with facts and rational thought, they just go to everyone. You're right. It's a clip farmer. You're exactly right. So now they can say, oh, look what I got for a show today or something. It's a moron.
And also keep in mind, during the June the King documentary, he proved DSP scammed people through those fundraisers and lied to people about where the money was going. And then in the same video, showed the DMs from DSP, where DSP admitted in the DMs that he lied about the money going towards a specific thing. And then even in DSP's react to that video, he admitted that he scammed his viewers. But of course, that was only like, what, 3 months ago? That's a long time, dude. He was a kid back then. Then he continued to play Dragon Age, which is one of the streams where he got like 159 viewers watching on YouTube and like 20 people watching on Kick. And he doesn't even care if people watch the content, he just wants money. And we have a quote from DSP here. If you're gonna take off and not watch Vanguard, now is the time. DSP is asking people to pay him, even if they're not gonna watch the content now. Then DSP admits another thing, because he doesn't care. People will support him no matter what, dudes. DSP admits that only 4 to 5 whales actually supports him.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam is here again, dropping a 100 Australian dollar super chat. So that is amazing. And Adam, I want to say thank you. I do want to say something though. It shouldn't be the same people coming by every night supporting and allowing me to hit the streak. It really shouldn't. Like, you guys like the content. You outright tell me you want it. You voted for it. But then it's the same people every night coming by with these Hail Marys at the end, which I appreciate. Really, I do. But it would be great to see more of a community effort than the same 4 or 5 people coming by. You understand?
Yeah, you hear that? Everyone better start stepping up and putting in their own weight. My god, they're not your employees, Phil. You're not entitled to money. You should be grateful even if you just get $1, even less than $1. If anyone gives you anything at all, even if it's 1 penny, you should be grateful. But of course, Phil still thinks he's the king. King of D-bags, maybe. Then let's check out how bad the bags were for DSP, how he shames his viewers, and how his house of cards is crumbling beneath him. First up, DSP calling out chat for not supporting.
Well, guys, hope you're enjoying. I had 1 good match so far, and everything else has sucked ass. Thanks to those who are here chilling and watching and supporting. We're at 64 bucks, so we're not even halfway to the goal. Let's get halfway to the goal right now. Someone get us to 75 immediately. Do a super chat or a tip or some gifted subs. Let's get it going right now. And by the way, we're at 46 likes. Are you guys crazy? Let's get that to 100 likes immediately. Everyone, please like the stream. 105 is the sweet spot. Okay. 105 is the sweet spot. Field of view, I'll have to change it. Ugh. Come on, guys. If fucker Carlson contributed tonight, you could contribute too.
Up and stand by.
Then someone says, I'm sending positive vibes towards you, Phil. And Phil responds with, you know what's even better than vibes? Money.
Or I appreciate good vibes, but you know what's actually also really good? Money. Because this is my job, and I wasn't able to stream earlier today, so some money would actually help as well tonight. Dang. Okay.
Then even true fan Jade was not immune to his toxicity. He asked DSP a question, and then DSP goes on to be passive-aggressive, and then start begging.
Jade says, my birthday year is 96. Can we do something special if we hit 96? Jade, at this point, I don't think we're continuing the streak. Take a look. We've been at 51 all night, and I'm only here for another 20 minutes. So I think the streak is over tonight. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it all night either. So I guess it's just going to end tonight, and that's it. I wish it wouldn't, but what can I do? I'm tired of bringing it up every fucking 5 seconds. So it looks like the streak is over.
Then, even more so now, this is the story. After he did his DSPolitics, like I said, attendance tanking, support tanking, we're back to pre-Kino, where it's mostly one person at the very end coming in to save the stream. So this is DSP with the guilt trip, trying to get people to tip him and support him. But then he gets bailed out. But then he continues to beg for more money.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Someone on Kick just said, wow, you're almost at the end of your stream and you only raised 60 bucks. Maybe you should play multiplayer of Call of Duty instead, right? I don't know what else to say. Listen, I'm playing a game. Everyone voted for this and said they wanted it. Remember? I did a poll. What's the most desired game for me to play this week? Everyone said Bloodborne. Like, this won like 45% of the vote in the poll. And I know people are enjoying it. The views on YouTube are good. But I can't make people contribute. And I'm not going to sit here and ask all night. You guys know how awesome this streak of positivity has been. To be at 63 straight streams hitting my goals. You know what it's meant? Like, for example, this ceiling fan that I had installed today is a result of that. The fact that my setup is constantly upgrading. The fact that I'm probably going to be able to actually get a new PC soon is part of that. The new washer dryer, me spending more time with my wife. All these great positive things that are going on in my life are a result of your support. So let's keep it going and hit that goal. We have about, I'm not kidding, we have about 20 minutes left tonight. So in 20 minutes, can we hit the goal? I hope so. All right. Yeah, at this point, anyone on the YouTube side talking stupid shit, I mean, you got to be so dumb to be mentioning it. Why would I even bring it up? You have to be a dunce. You know that, too. You know I'm not even going to address it, so you just shut up about it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam is here again, dropping a 100 Australian dollar super chat. So that is amazing. And Adam, I want to say thank you. I do want to say something, though. It shouldn't be the same people coming by every night supporting and allowing me to hit the streak. It really shouldn't. Like, you guys like the content. You outright tell me you want it. You voted for it. But then it's the same people every night coming by with these Hail Marys at the end, which I appreciate. Really, I do. But it would be great to see more of a community effort than the same 4 or 5 people coming by. You understand? So thank you, Adam, so much. Incredibly generous. That is the equivalent of $66.
And we also have this quote from DSP. Guys, I know we hit the goal, but it'd be nice if I got some more. Iron Chef Sakai tipped $80, and I haven't got anything since. Then we have this from Meow Block. When want monies, berate and guilt trip dummies.
Alright, so everyone listen up. There's an hour left on the stream, okay? I don't know what's going on today. Quite a lot of attendance, right? Viewership is pretty good. But I don't know why support has been so slow and or nearly dead. Basically since I started playing the game. It would be great to get some. Okay? So, please support the stream. Unless, I mean, the streak, 68 great streams of support. And a game that you voted for, that you wanted to see me play more than anything else in the rotation. So, it's kind of weird. I would hope that the streak will continue. Please support if you can. Right? And let's not rely on people showing up last minute, because that's the thing. Now people are like, oh, well, this person who always does a super chat will show up. Oh, well, this person who gives subs will just show up. They're not here. Didn't notice they're not here. All right? You can't always be relying on the same 2 or 3 people. It's ridiculous. So, please, let's get band together here. Again, it's like, you do a super chat for $1 and it helps, man. Seriously. So, please, support the stream in some way if you like the content, especially if you voted to see this week, which is why I'm playing it.
Then it looks like he lost a whale. Looks like the key phrase there. The Adam DBZ 90s man is gone. He says he can't support anymore. His family needs him. And DSP doesn't even react to this at all. Then the funny part is the next day, they looked at Adam's YouTube channel and he changed his name to Jolly Gamer, but still had the exact same YouTube handle as Adam DBZ Man. And guess who supported the next day? Jolly Gaming. In an Australian dollars too. You're getting sloppy, OIC.
So he says the following. First of all, he did a $200 Australian super chat. $200 Australian. All right. So for those who don't know, $100 Australian is about 66 American. So $200 Australian is about 132. Yeah, it would be about $132 American, this super chat. So first of all, let me get him on the leaderboard. And obviously now we have to shorten this leaderboard. It's insanely long now. So let's just have Heart Splitter Fake be the one. So 132 plus 51 means 183, right? So, first of all, it officially does mean we did hit our goal for the night, but I want to read the message first, okay? So he says, Phil, this is going to be my last super chat ever. My family needs me. Personally, I hope that you understand that. Of course I understand that. You had no obligation whatsoever to continuously super chat me the last month like you did. I'm very appreciative that you did. I mean, certainly several times, right? You kept the streak alive. So I appreciate that very much. But no, you have no obligation. I'm not upset. We're all good, okay? So he says, I super chatted you because I wanted to give back for you in all of these years that you made me laugh ever since back in the day 2010 Heavy Rain playthrough, and I'm always a fan. Adam, at least I will say this. Even if you can't contribute again, which I completely understand, you contributed so much in the last month, I hope you'll still hang out. I hope you'll still come by and watch the streams, right? And be a part of the fun. You know, I hope you're not saying goodbye. I hope you're just saying, okay, I can't super chat anymore, in which case, that's perfectly fine. No, certainly, how much of a ungrateful asshole would I have to be upset? You have been amazing. You've been a really great person to me, and I really, really appreciate that. Again, like I said, I would say single-handedly, Adam probably got us to like 10 to 20 streaks. Honestly, don't you think so? I think it's been that often, because it was a lot in the last month. So thank you so much, Adam. I really do appreciate that. So thank you, Adam. And again, I wish you the best. Hope everything goes well with your family. And thanks for being an awesome part of the streams and supporting me and allowing me to once again hit my goal here on DSP Gaming. We've done it again, ladies and gentlemen. Once again. Hitting the goals, belting the trolls. The close one tonight for sure, because I only have one match left. So it was a close one. But we got it done again. Thank you, Adam, so much. Heartfelt from me to you. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you've enjoyed the content as long as you have. And thank you so much for supporting the content. Okay.
Now to me, when I heard this message, it sounded very familiar. And most likely this is OIC. But do you remember last year, in the summertime, when Game Trekker left, or supposedly left, his message was, I have to leave, my family needs me. Now, Adam, I have to leave, my family needs me. Very convenient, isn't it? Then DSP scaring people into trying to donate to him. And you can tell this is pre-keto DSP, because he's now again holding games hostage. Give me the money or I'm not gonna play it. This time with Dragon Age. Because he's worried when he plays that game on Monday, the streak will end. It'll be over, gone, banned forever. Until it restarts the streak. But we all know there's always someone at the last minute for that Whale Mary.
And we only raised $50. And I said to everyone again, it's okay if the streak ends. And then as I'm playing, Adam, DBZ90s man, who has been a staple of my streams, who has been supporting me huge with these super chats over the last month, did a giant super chat. Giant. Which put us over the goal, but then announced publicly he's not going to be on streams anymore. He is going to watch my content on demand behind the scenes, but he can't be on the streams anymore. He's basically getting very busy with his family. So that's it. He's not going to be around to do super chats anymore. So here's the deal. All right. Here's what I need to be. I'm going to be as transparent, upfront, honest with the audience as I can in this video. And I'm going to make sure that people know that this video is important. We have now had 70 straight streams of support hitting these goals. Before that, we had maybe like a dozen, then like 7. Then before that, it was like 41. So you got to understand that since August, you guys have been tremendously supportive of me. All right. Now, obviously, it's got to end at some point. Considering the fact that I'm making some observations, here's the observations. Almost every stream these days, we've got a decent amount of support, but we're not hitting the goal. And then all of a sudden, last minute, someone comes in, supports, and we go over. But it's always a last minute thing by like 1 or 2 individuals that puts us over. If you haven't noticed, this has been a very big pattern that's happened over the last week or 2 weeks. At first, it wasn't like that. It was like support here, support here, support here, support here. But as you've noticed, it's changing. Particularly, here's what I've noticed on Kick, okay? Lots less support. What I'm seeing on the Kick side of stuff is, you know, we had a few people who were doing huge contributions. You know, notably, Darkside Pimp, Rend, Iron Chef Sakai, just to name a few. There's a few others as well, but those are like the top 3 people who are actively supporting right now on Kick, okay? And when they come in, they would do giant member bombs, right? I say member bombs, excuse me, sub bombs. So it was much appreciated, but if you haven't noticed, they haven't been around actively. You know, I think Darkside Pimp has been around on and off, but not as much. Rend, we haven't even seen in like a week. I don't know what happened to him. And Iron Chef Sakai comes in from time to time, but not all the time. So the Kick support that I had gotten increased over the last month is kind of dried up and gone now, all right? On the YouTube side, Adam's going to be gone. Emil did come back earlier today, but there's no guarantee Emil's coming back for future streams. He may just pop in from time to time. I feel that now the streak is going to end. And to be completely honest, I think it's going to end tomorrow, because if you don't know, tomorrow is Dragon Age Veilguard. I'm going to be honest, I think that's the end of the streak, because Veilguard does not even usually bring in 200 viewers, and certainly doesn't bring in a lot of support. It's actually been people like Adam particularly who have actually hit the goals on those streams for us, okay? So unless there's a rallying of support for Veilguard tomorrow, I don't think we're going to hit the goal, and I think it's going to end. I think the streak will end at 70, okay? I could be wrong. I've definitely been wrong before, but I'm not going to go into this with the mentality that it's going to continue forever when we've got most of the support on Kick has dwindled, and we've got a major supporter from the last month and a half who's leaving. I don't see it happening, all right? But the reason I'm telling you this, I want people to be aware of what's going on. Maybe you're someone who's been supporting and hasn't in a bit, and you're like, oh, I want the streak to continue. Now is the time, because these people who've been the regulars are not able to maintain forever. Now would be the time to come on stream tomorrow and see if we can keep it going, all right? But here's the deal. If the streak ends tomorrow, it's okay. It's totally fine. I'm not upset. Dude, we had 3+ months of insane, nonstop, over-the-top support. It's allowed me to get a new washer dryer, install 2 ceiling fans in my home, get a bunch of other things behind the scenes here that I've been able to do. I've been spending more time with my wife, which has been nice. All of these things thanks to you guys. If it all ends tomorrow and we go back to how it was before, where it's, you know, not a lot of support every stream, it's okay. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. And I've enjoyed this ride. It's been an amazing, positive ride. Thank you for it, all right? But let's see what happens, okay? Tomorrow night, the real question, will now other people step up and support the streams, or will the goal end, or the goal streak end? If it ends, it's okay. But I wanted to be as transparent as possible about what's going on. Not that people are shocked that, oh, I didn't know it was going to end. Well, we got really far, 70, right? It would have been great if we keep it going. Imagine if this thing went another 3-4 months and we got to 276 and we topped the vest goal. You want to upset the trolls and detractors and make them eat crow, that would do it. They're already eating crow every day. They're so effing upset that I've been so successful. And, you know, that's they're waiting in the wings to say, oh, it finally ended. But it's okay if it does. Really, it's not the end of everything. It's not. We'll just go back to how we were and things will still be fine. You know, the one big purchase I really have to make is a new PC. And after that, basically things will calm down a bit, I guess, and we'll go from there. But it's been a great ride. Tomorrow is an important day.
Then people were complaining, I don't want to watch you eat food, Phil. That's not a good reward. And Phil responds with, anyone who disagrees that DSP tries as a reward is a moron.
Now that we're doing so well, and things are up and the support is great, I brought back the show. Oh, well, how is that a reward? Well, it's a reward if you're not a fucking moron. All right? So if you're not a fucking moron, please contribute to the stream today. Let's hit the goal on this very show. I would love to hit it on the show. And then we can get the food on order, and right after this stream ends, you know, the Life is Strange portion, we can have the meal. Okay?
And this week, his goal was Taco Bell. Remember when he kept saying, I don't eat fast food very often. I'm older. I have to watch what I eat. And now every week, he wants to eat garbage and trash and fast food.
Get to any of that. Allow me to direct your attention, ladies and gentlemen, one more time to our goal streak of 66. 66 straight streams, hitting the goals, crushing the trolls. I am so happy and grateful to all of you for supporting my content for so much over the past month and a half this streak has been going on. Let's keep that momentum going. Today's the big day. Today, when we hit goal 68 on this very stream, we're going to be ordering from the Taco Bell Decades menu. Allow me to show you what we'll be doing today for DSP Tries It. Here we go. Here it is. We're going to be ordering some moderators to show up at the house. Now, we're going to be doing the Taco Bell Decades menu. As you can see, it is several items. The 1960s tostada, the 1970s green sauce burrito, the 1980s Mexamelt, and the 1990s Gordita Supreme. What I'm actually going to do, I'll order this Cravings box that also features some kind of a burrito. I don't even know what that is. And I think this is supposed to be like the double-decker taco or something like that. Say. A BV 5-layer burrito, a double-stacked taco. All right. And I guess chips and nacho cheese sauce. And a soda, and it has a special cup, the Decades cup. So that'll be cool because it's like part of the Decades meal. Sadly, the one thing we can't do is get the caramel apple empanada, which I would have liked to try. They don't have that until the 21st, which is really stupid. Why would you launch half of your menu without the last item available? It's not available for another week. I'm not waiting another week to do this. So the moment that we hit the goal today, we're ordering. And I hope that you guys are excited. I love doing these DSP Tries It's. Again, people who are criticizing it are hilarious morons.
Then he hit his goals. Baby got his bottle. He got to eat Taco Bell. Look at all that fast food for a guy that doesn't eat fast food very often. And we have this from Detractor Beam. Our boy is so strange. Someone help.
Okay. Watch this. Watch his head.
Oh.
Nope, not there. Oh, that dude. That.
Oh.
Watch.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh. 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 Oh.
What the fuck?
Then we have this from Whoa Mo's Ass. How gross is DSP? Not only did he use his floor for a table for the Taco Bell foods, but he also touched the food, touched his hair, touched the food again, without using napkins or hand sanitizer. His hair isn't greasy because he's quarter Italian. It's because he's 100% nasty.
Ugh. Yeah, it's very fused to the paper. This is not good. This is going to be a
pain to eat, I think. I have to try to unfuse it without like ripping it. Okay. Got that side. Okay, well I got it. There it is. That's the Mexamel.
side if it's the Mexamel. It's got to be, right? All right. I'm totally not setting myself up for any kind of disappointment here. Ready? Here we go. The 1980s Mexamel.
Then DSP still telling people this could be the end of the streak. On Monday, we have a big podcast covering all the Game Awards nominations, so don't miss it. Then it's Dragon Age The Veilguard, and based on some events today, I think we will see the sad end of the streak. Then it's Black Ops 6 Warzone premiering on the late shift. Then it's time to look at Call of Duty, where DSP says This is the best he's ever played at Call of Duty. He's now on PC and he's dominating people. He's doing so much better than all the years past. But then we get clips like this. DSP runs around the corners without looking to the sides. Also DSP. There was no one there.
Stupid fucking gameplay. Literally, there's no one there. Insta-kill from the side. Where the fuck did he come from? Again, dude, that's 3 times a fucking row. Insta-kill from the side. There's no one there. And then there's instantly there, instantly killing me.
Then it was time. The quote-unquote game that I'm definitely not watching him play was Flight Simulator. But uh-oh, there's some issues. DSP in his chat. If Flight Sim is completely busted, we can just do more COD, I guess. LOL. We'll see. Hopefully, it's not. Basically, what happened was there were so many people waiting to play it that you had to go into a queue just to get into a game. And DSP thought, oh, that means it's glitched, it's broken, it's not working for anyone, no one can play it. I don't think he understands what a queue is. Then we have Bread and Sausage. DSP wants to play Flight Simulator. To no one's surprise, he hasn't prepared anything. Now we wait for a 13GB update. How exciting. And not only did Flight Sim not work for DSP, he had a meltdown over it. Imagine having a meltdown because you can't play Flight Simulator.
To figure out that on launch day, people want to play your fucking game because they fucking paid for it and they deserve to play the game they bought, you fucking incompetent, mouth-drooling jackasses. How the fuck can you not figure this out, that on release day of a game, if you buy it, you should be able to play it? It's not a big, complicated issue. It's a simple fix, but these fucking game developers are morons. How they fucking can't figure this out, I don't get, and I've had enough of it. In 2024, I've had enough. It's time to call a moron a moron. This is a game where you fly around the globe in a plane. This is not Call of Duty where you have to shoot people in a multiplayer setting. It should work right now. Like this very fucking moment, I should be flying in a plane, not sitting in a stupid goddamn queue because these incompetent fucking nerds don't know how to make a video game. Oh. And the thing is, it's not that they don't have a track record of this happening. They don't. It's not like, oh, this is the first time. This has happened with every sim game. Sim City, this happened where they tried to launch and they had the live component on launch day and it didn't work and the game flopped. We have had failure after failure after failure after failure, and no one learns. There's a difference between book smart and street smart. These people are book smart. They're good at coding. But when it comes to modern life, when it comes to common sense, when it comes to the consumer satisfaction, they don't have a fucking clue. How the hell they didn't figure out that this game wasn't gonna work on launch day because there's a worldwide sim component of syncing with Earth and everyone's gonna want to play it once. I mean, duh, duh, duh. 2024, and now it's about to be 2025 very shortly. We have to stop saying, oh, it's a video game, don't expect it to work at launch. No, it should be, oh, it's a video game, it works at launch, and if it doesn't, we refund it, and we don't ever spend our money again on that. And then they go out of business because they're incompetent. And then actual competent companies will step up and make games. Get it?
So the game didn't work, so we went to COD. We have Trigger Point. The excuses get more and more insane by the day.
Hopefully this might improve. Maybe the problem is because not that the problem is that what I'm seeing is bad. It's that the game, because I didn't have the right attachment on to do quick draw, wasn't allowing the bullets to hit, citing that my draw wasn't as fast as it looked like on screen. I think that's what it was. I literally think that because I didn't have the quick draw attachment on, even though I'm aiming and firing, the game's saying, oh no, don't register that damage because he couldn't actually have aimed that fast. I'm serious.
Then DSP accepted a wager or a bounty where someone said, play hardcore and get top 3. And then it all fell apart. Because you know what happens in hardcore? Friendly fire is on, and it's DSP controlling the character.
Oh shit! Holy shit, man! Wait, was that my teammate? It was my teammate. He scared me. Fuck. Shot my teammate. I thought it was an enemy. He stuck up on me. Oh, these are my teammates. These are my teammates. Fuck. See, they're following me. I didn't know. I didn't know they were coming after me. Or they were coming behind me. Oh, it's my teammate. Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. I'm sorry. God damn it. Oh no, I'm sorry. Fuck. Scared me. I didn't see the blue dot. I did not see the blue dot. I couldn't see the blue dot till it was too late.
And of course, what Call of Duty stream with DSP be without salt? And we got some delicious, delicious salt.
Yeah, of course we lost. The game is terrible. I really wish the game was better. It's so bad. So on hardcore, everything does die. It's not like a bullet sponge, but because the connections are terrible, half the time you are looking down the sight, there is nothing there. You die, and then it claims they were there shooting you, even though they're not there. And then an idiot like this, running around with a shotgun, killing people from maximum fucking range with an incendiary shotgun, which isn't fucking strategic military gameplay. It's dunce level, spazzing child who snorted 2 pixie sticks gameplay. There they are. There's the child. Look, they're having a fucking seizure because they snorted so much sugar before they played the game. That's the top level play in this game. It's terrible, dude. Are you kidding me? Unreal.
Then we have this quote from DSP. If the streak ends today because Flight Simulator didn't work, I'll be extremely upset at Microsoft. What a bunch of shitheads. And that's where we're at right now. Any updates, I'll let you guys know. Don't forget to click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.